Welcome to the HNF Talks podcast. On air in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back, everyone. HNF, we're back. A few more cameras going around the place.
Yeah.
A few more trappings for the eyes. There's plenty of trappings around this table. There's a full house. All five of us, the dream team, if you will. Flynn's back for another episode.
Welcome back.
Talk shit about the Hammers. How are we all? We all well? Plenty of footy.
Can't complain.
Heaps of footy.
Plenty of footy to talk about.
Footy.
Should we get underway? Should we get stuck in?
Let's
Because
crack
there were
in.
two games that we previewed that were halfway through when the episode came out
Yep.
last time, which were Everton and Newcastle 3-0 win at
For
Goodison.
Everton. See, do you remember I accidentally said Everton instead of saying Newcastle would win, and Everton went on to freaking win anyway?
Yeah, 3-0
Jeez
win's
Louise.
crazy.
3-0.
West Ham beating
Huge
Tottenham
win.
2-1.
Huge win. Massive win for the Irons. Needed it. Given what happened just
Hell of a
3 days
follow-up.
later.
Yeah.
Yeah, they backed it up. So the next match week, the full match week that we just had, started off with Liverpool defeating Palace 2-1 with some refereeing shambles going on there. There was a whole lot to talk about with the refereeing, but
Well, I didn't say
Liverpool get the
anything
win.
wrong. We won 2-1,
No,
so I'm
I
not
was alright with
complaining.
it.
I'll owe you a red card.
Yeah. I mean, it was the second yellow.
Yeah,
I think
but
it was-
barely a yellow in the first place.
I don't know. I didn't see the first one,
The
but
first one was for standing like a metre in front of a free kick, like halfway.
to be fair,
at
if
the
you're getting
halfway.
told to move and you're not
But
moving,
we've
That's
seen
not
Diego
really-
Jota's sort of against
Yeah,
Tottenham
yeah.
that time.
yeah,
You know, like
it's a bit.
it's a bit harsh, but like for the first yellow card, but then the second yellow card, I think it was sort of there. Wasn't he stopping a quick counter?
Yeah, he
Yeah, he
was.
was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't even touch the ball. And like, if you want to argue that there wasn't a lot of contact, that's fine. But the fact he was already on a warning and you do something like that,
He technically
you can-
asked for the yellow card in the
Pretty
first
much,
instance,
yeah.
so
Well, especially I was watching a recap show and they had an old ref on, and he said that this year they've changed the rules so that they're
Right.
harder on the stoppages of play. You get a yellow card a lot sooner than you would have. in
less
previous
of the
years.
dark arts,
So
which I respect.
so that's a yellow card textbook
Yeah.
this year, and then the second one is probably a yellow as well.
yeah.
Was there a handball or something going on in there?
Not to
or a
my
penalty?
knowledge. I don't remember.
There are a few penalties going on.
During the whole match week.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
Okay.
remember in our game.
No, I don't think so.
Not that I didn't. We didn't get to watch the whole thing. We
Yeah,
were
we were-
indisposed.
Off our head a bit.
I don't know about
Intoxicated, I don't know.
but I can't remember from our game.
Was Palace's opener?
Palace's
Not a
opener
penalty?
was a penalty.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, I think it was a Kwanzaa foul.
Oh yeah, that
It
was a
wasn't-
foul.
That was a foul for sure.
That was a foul.
But it wasn't a handball or anything. But yeah, definite foul. They, opened the scoring. Then Salah, 200th goal, brings us back into it. 200th goal for Liverpool. And then who capped it off? Heath?
Harvey Elliott, my favourite player.
Really?
Yeah, Harvey Elliott.
I like it.
He's elite. I don't know why some
He is
people
a-
around the room
no,
don't rate him.
He's
He is elite. He's a
great
baller.
player.
He's a baller.
Yeah, man.
He's a great player.
You guys are just jealous you don't have him on your team.
No, that's fair.
so jealous.
But he always plays his role, whether he's starting or on the bench. He always does his job, and he always plays well. I don't think I've seen him play a bad game.
100%. If we didn't have Harvey Elliott, we wouldn't be top of the league right now. Simple as that.
No, that is exactly. No, that is exactly right.
Played multiple bad games. What do you mean I've never seen him play?
I've never seen him play a bad game. I don't know how often you watch fucking Liverpool. but-
Christ.
What? Oh, okay, name one bad game.
Well, I'm not going to go back and have a sample.
Go back to the
He can't name it.
You can't
name it.
can't. Exactly. So we win. But yeah, we got the win in the end, and we're top of the table.
It was
now.
an easy win.
Yeah, another easy win. You mean how
Yeah,
it goes.
exactly. Wasn't even competitive, really.
Nah, I was kind of bricking it for most of the game. To be fair, I thought we would actually lose. Selhurst Park is not an easy place to go to. Like we always say, how they play sort of boring football, but even still, playing away there is no easy job. But we got away with the win in the end, so I'm pretty happy with that.
Same.
Yeah.
Next one, Brighton, Burnley 1-0. Bit disappointing for Brighton.
Yeah.
Good result
Very
for
much.
Burnley.
Brighton have hit a bit of a wall lately, I think. I think Europe's starting to slowly take its toll. They're not playing that exciting football that they were at the start of the
A lot of
season.
injuries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But look, they'll bounce back. Their manager's unbelievable. I think he's probably the best manager outside the top 4 even. He's a very good manager, and they'll bounce back. But obviously Europe and all that is bound to take a toll with a squad that has a few injuries and whatnot.
Yeah. But it's good for Burnley to get the point as well.
Yep.
I mean, it's any points are
Any
vital
point,
for
yeah,
them, really.
Yeah. So
Was that Turf Moor?
No.
No,
it was
no.
Amex.
At the Amex?
it's a very
An
good
away point is pretty good.
Points.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Are they still rock bottom, though? No, they're not. Sheffield are.
I think Sheffield are.
Yeah, even still.
Look straight down the barrel of the camera there.
Bournemouth 3-0. Could have been more against United.
Boy.
Shocker.
Boy, this is
What?
Jesse, you can start with
Who's
this
shocked?
one.
Because I'm not shocked.
Go on.
I wasn't shocked.
Go on.
I'm pretty sure I say it
You
every
did.
week.
You did,
I
yeah,
saw
you were
this
Bournemouth
coming.
fan.
We did. What did we say last week?
You
Because we
said Bournemouth.
Yeah, I think I said Bournemouth 1-0.
I said United 1-0. You
I
said
did not
Bournemouth.
agree.
Heath wasn't on, but I know he was saying
but I would have said
Dominic
Dominic Solanke goal.
That's all I could.
100% Dominic Solanke goal.
That's all I
Open the
could think
scoring.
of. That was all I could think of when he put that his goal away.
In the 5th minute.
I was just thinking, Heath.
Fuck you.
Heath saw this coming.
Yeah.
That's just what Liverpool players do.
Yeah.
They just go and score
Agent
against United.
Solanke,
Mm.
mate. Agent Solanke. It's like Agent Rafa when he was at Everton and nearly fucking tanked them. Nearly took them down to the championship. Did it all for us. They're all loyal.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sacrificed his own job.
Yeah, he did. I don't think he's gotten a job since then, actually, has he?
But Bournemouth, by the way, are actually playing some
Oh yeah, not
They
to
are.
shit
They're
on.
in a
very
little
good
form.
football.
Yeah, not to
Like,
shit on Bournemouth.
Yeah. So,
So 18 out of the last 20 available now.
It's not hard to beat Man U, but they've been in good form.
They've been in good form.
Yeah, they have. They were so much better than us.
Yeah.
Like such a golfing quality. How good they were
Mm.
against us, and I can't say I'm shocked. So
Wow.
can we leave this game alone, please?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't want
I'd
any
like
tears
to
on the
keep
table.
going.
No, I know you
I don't
would.
really mind.
There was that fourth one as well that got ruled off. That, which, you
some
know,
of the worst.
No, that Harry Maguire.
Some of the
was
worst defending.
completely in no man's land.
Doesn't
there.
matter if that was offside. That whole
No, it wasn't.
It was a
It wasn't
handball.
offside. It was
or whatever
a
it was,
handball.
whatever disallowed. That whole defensive unit was just they
In
were all
shambles.
they were on airplane mode.
Yeah.
Right.
6s and 7s out
Yeah,
there.
that was horrid.
Amrabat was dog shit.
Yep.
McTominay was dog shit.
You got,
They all were.
They all
yeah, you want me to
were.
list them all?
You just see some of the passes that they were making. They were just putting their teammates under so much pressure with their passes.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing? Like,
I can respect maybe like a Bruno, even a McTominay trying to make that risky pass to try and break through the play. But they weren't making risky passes. They were just making bad passes.
Yeah.
And it wasn't
Yeah.
just that. It was everyone. And it was really poor.
And Bruno he's put himself out of the Liverpool fixture as well because
Oh,
of that
really?
yellow card.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So we captained him.
He wouldn't have been a threat anyway, so that's all
Yeah,
good.
probably just would have had a sook again. Got
Yeah,
pocketed
that's all
by Curtis Jones, but
Just
doesn't
get a
matter.
yellow card for arguing with the ref, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did get a yellow for arguing with the ref, didn't
They
he?
did he?
And
No
it
surprise.
was a pretty bad look. He went off for
Yeah.
about
But that's not new for Bruno.
no, but it was about
Yeah, but as captain, he should have learnt by now.
Yeah, but that's how he's just hyper competitive.
At least he's showing, I guess, a bit of passion,
showing more heart than any other
opposed
player on
to
the pitch.
your Anthony's. And
it does
Yeah.
not.
Exactly.
Your
It doesn't
Rashford.
change what the ref's decision is, though. Like,
It-
That's something
Should
I
just
think
move
I
on.
prefer having someone like that in the side though, as opposed to a bunch of Rashfords or something that just put their head down every time.
Yeah.
things go wrong. Yeah. Whereas
Yeah.
like Bruno's like, alright, come on, like
literally.
let's show a bit of frustration.
It doesn't look good on the footage though.
No.
It'd be one thing if he just had one go at the ref, but he kept going for at least 30 seconds. It was genuinely upwards
Yeah.
of 30 seconds. And that was when the ref pulled the card out. The ref could have given him a yellow card about 20 seconds earlier.
Yeah.
And he was like, don't. Just shut your fucking mouth. And he just kept going.
Yeah.
But, you know, we love Bruno Fernandes. You know,
Love
on this podcast.
Yes, we do. We love
and all his compatriots.
We love him and the whole Wolves squad as well, and all of our Portuguese players.
Oh, yeah.
Took you a second.
Yeah, we love Portugal.
Yeah, we love Bruno. And Ronaldo. We love Ronaldo.
Sheffield shock win over Brentford 1-0.
Huge win.
Yeah.
Massive win. New gaff. 3 points.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
What do you know?
Smiling.
Any points on that?
Nothing I can really talk about. McAtee's goal was fucking
Yeah, that was a good
unbelievable, to be
finish.
Yeah.
The dip on that.
fair. Yeah, that was a great goal.
I
Not
think,
bad.
Yeah, it's just a bit too late for Sheffield now. I think they're already down.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
I know we're not even at Christmas yet, but Christ.
They can rescue it from here, but I don't see them doing it.
It would
I
be
don't
a
think-
it would be a seriously impressive feat
I don't
if
think there's
they
3 teams worse than
they
them.
pulled this from the ruin. Like that would be crazy.
They're literally the worst team in the league.
They are.
going
They're
down.
poor.
They're certainly to go down.
Yeah.
Wolves won, Forest won. It was pretty evenly predicted from the
Contested,
three of us
yeah.
last week. We all predicted a 1-1 draw, I think.
Yeah.
Bit of a snooze fest.
It
Forest
happens.
uninteresting.
Well, at least they
At least they got a
stopped
point.
their losing streak.
Yeah.
You know, they were what 5-6 on the trot.
Steve
Five,
Cooper's
I
a bit
think.
of strife. I'd imagine.
Yeah.
His
They love him over there though, so
They
I'm not
do.
too sure.
But it comes a point where like
It's not enough.
like you can love someone, but if
You've
you're
had-
not getting the results, you're in trouble.
You've had all these top signings, and you've just
Yeah.
done nothing.
Yeah.
And they're no certainty to stay up.
And
either.
they're
Agreed.
they're a chance for relegation at this point if they don't do anything about their manager,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
or if they don't change their
change
form.
something. Whether that has to be the manager, don't know. But yeah, trouble for Nottingham as well.
Yeah. Big game. This was our match of the week. Villa 1-0 over Arsenal.
Yeah.
John
Massive.
McGinn. How good is he?
I love him, man.
How good is he?
that fucking celebration is so good.
And how
Arsenal
Great finish.
fans will say they were robbed, and deservingly they can say that.
The handball in the box where
That
Havertz
was
scored.
that was ridiculous. It's come off of Cash's hand as well as Havertz, and
yeah.
I think
No, but I think that they're fair.
I think it
Call
comes
that
off of
a
Cash's
handball.
first and then onto Havertz, and that's just
But
But
the thing
if
is,
you're not going to allow the goal,
But
then
I
it's a
think-
penalty first.
Isn't the rule that if a goal is scored anyway through a hand? they have
Yeah.
to
See
Yeah.
that's what
Well,
happened with
then
Man United.
Then it's a penalty though
It shouldn't-
because it's
nah,
hit Cash.
I don't think you could call that a penalty because of the way the hand was and the way the ball come in. I don't think Arsenal were robbed. I think
I agree. Because it's the same thing that happened in the Man United game. Why that fourth goal was ruled off was because it struck the hand of, I think it was Lerma or whoever it was that
Lerma,
put
yeah.
it away. It came up and hit him in the hand. No way whatsoever was it intentional. His arms were in a natural position. But if it strikes the attacking player's hand on the way through in the build up to the goal, it's
Yeah.
not going to count.
And what you were saying about the Matty Cash one, that wasn't intentional and that was in a relatively natural
Yeah.
position. So that's not a handball.
Yeah.
And Havertz, if it was in normal play, wouldn't have been a handball either, but because it led to a goal.
That's why it's
I get
ruled
that,
out.
but I know the rules state that, but seriously, I think that needs to be changed because that is ridiculous. That one player can handball the ball. Yeah, his hands aren't in a natural position, but then, sorry, his hands are in a natural position. Matty Cash,
Marty
and
Cash.
then, and then Kai Havertz, his hands are in a natural position as well, but he's the one that gets the handball.
But that
because he
without,
scored-
without the hand, I think he
scored the
score.
goal.
I think literally the
It
hand,
would come off his chest though, and that's where it.
I guess it's a bit blurry in that sense, but you have to go according to the rules.
I know, but I think they
it's
should
not
be-
intentional from Matty Cash, and as much as it wasn't intentional from Havertz, your hand can't interrupt the motion of the ball in any way whatsoever.
I don't care. I love seeing Arsenal lose. Mate, me happy.
Yeah, or I mean, in the
mean,
end, I'm not complaining because Liverpool are
happy
top
for
of the
us.
league. But I'm just saying, if that happened to Liverpool, I'd be pissed off.
Yeah,
I think if it happened to your team anyway, you'd be pissed off regardless of the rules. But
but yeah, you have to look at it from a neutral perspective.
That's the rules.
Yeah,
yeah, I'm sucked, you know.
that's the way the game is played. But yeah,
and they scored an offside goal as well.
Yeah.
So they had their chances. It was a pretty even contest. I think Douglas Luiz might have hit the post
he
as well.
did. Yeah,
Yeah.
Pretty good
Again.
game.
Yeah.
It was and the atmosphere that they've got going there now is
Villa
electric.
Park's
It's,
going
yeah,
off.
it's actually going to be very hard for any team to go there and even get a point.
They've always had a very strong, loyal fan base, Aston Villa.
But you can just sense it, even against the City
There's something
game,
different, man. There's
the City
something
game,
different.
the atmosphere
season,
was
man.
ridiculous. Even Arsenal, like the crowd when John McGinn scored.
Yeah.
That early
The
as
way,
well.
Unai Emery has got that crowd going
I know.
and the team firing is
Can't speak
ridiculous.
highly enough of Unai Emery,
Like-
really.
Yeah, I know, it's a good game.
Couldn't do it at Arsenal,
Yeah.
and we all
Look
thought,
at the team he had at Arsenal.
yeah,
Yeah,
but we all
exactly.
thought he could have done better at Arsenal. He went to Spain, killed it in Spain,
Won-
come back to the Premier
Won the
League,
Europa League with,
and he's got
Villarreal.
such a good team, like so many strong, solid players who, like, they might not be what you'd call world class, £100 million friggin' players, but they're killing it. Like, and they have such a good, strong team with such a surprisingly good depth.
It just makes you think what Steven Gerrard was doing with this team.
Yeah,
man.
seriously.
What was
Let's
he
not
doing?
talk too much shit about Stevie G,
Why not?
but he did
Why?
really shit. He did do really shit, but he's killing it out in Saudi. So
Leon Bailey's in a hot streak of form as
Yeah.
well, just quietly. His
Yeah.
last 2 games against City and Arsenal
He's
have been very
awesome.
good.
Yeah.
That ball he put through and his play to get that assist for McGinn was huge.
yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
They're definitely on their way for top 4, I think, Aston Villa.
They're
And
All
the
those
rest.
home
hungry
games.
for
And
it.
the rest.
Yeah, well,
We'll talk about that
will be
later.
discussed
Mm.
later.
Everton defeat Chelsea 2-0. Everton they're cooking.
They are
They
cooking
are.
something. They're clawing.
Ever
they're
since
clawing
that
it out.
10-point deduction,
Angry Everton.
it's like
But
They love
even
they've just
before-
come out and they're just firing.
But even before that,
They're
10
blasting
point-
even.
even before that 10-point deduction, they were actually playing like decent.
No, they're in good form.
Yeah.
If they'd have what, like, they'd be 10th or something, wouldn't they be now?
They'd be
Maybe
higher than
higher.
Chelsea.
Yeah.
They'd be top half of the table.
They just
Yeah.
like obviously like I pray on their downfall so badly.
Join
Don't
we all?
But like you can't knock what they're doing at the moment. They're actually entertaining to watch.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy to think that they battered Newcastle and now they've polished off Chelsea. So
Yeah.
Good on him.
Doucouré just scores every game
he's
now.
their top
Yeah.
goal
Jude
scorer.
Bellingham.
Eat your heart out.
Audi brand Bellingham.
He's their
really
top
is.
goal scorer.
Relegation Bellingham. He loves it, man.
How good would it be if he
Who would have
pulled
thought
that?
Did you?
that a Sean Dyche team would actually be fun to watch?
Yeah.
No, seriously,
They're
they're
not
actually
boring.
playing good
No,
football.
they're
actually
not.
not
They're not a
boring.
boring team.
He's changed his mentality somehow.
I can't
like,
wait till they verse Tottenham. That'll be a cracker. of
That'll be a
game.
great game. Did you hear about Pochettino just quickly wanting
More money.
more money
More money,
to buy
yeah.
more players after they already spent
Oh,
£1 billion?
Yeah. In fairness, he only signed 2 players when he was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
With
I think as well,
2 midfielders.
what Chelsea have done, and it's pretty evident, they're building for the future. They're not building for now. They've probably realised we can't keep up with City, Liverpool at the moment. Why
Yeah.
don't we just build for the future, be unstoppable? It'll come, but not for a while, I don't reckon.
It's just
Not
such
with
a,
Nicholas Jackson up top.
Oh, hell no. It's just. Such
I reckon they'll go for
interesting-
another striker. I don't know who.
Have to.
Like, you have to give him time.
You have to get a marquee
Crotty
striker.
yesterday. He's got to have some time.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's
It's a
just-
bit on and off for me, but I mean, yeah, he needs a bit more time to settle in, I suppose. But
He scored more Premier League hat-tricks than Marcus Rashford.
that's true.
score more Premier League goals this season than Marcus Rashford.
Yeah, I think he'll
It's
be
not
okay.
hard at the moment.
Does that
is it?
count? Yeah.
He'll be fine.
Let's talk about the next one. Fulham.
Oh, no.
Fulham 5, West Ham 0.
Oh, boy.
You quit at half time
Yeah, I went
because you're a
home.
coward.
I went home to bed. Well, it
Well,
was 3-0 at half
I think
time.
your team are a bunch of cowards.
Oh, I had every reason.
Both.
Fulham 5-0 against Nottingham Forest. Next game, Fulham 5-0 against West Ham.
10 in 2 games.
Scored 3 against Liverpool and beat Wolves 3-2. That's our month. That's our last 4 games. What the fuck?
Where is this
cooking
come
at
from?
the cottage? I'll tell you why.
Harry Wilson.
No. Yeah, Harry Wilson.
Yeah, that's why.
He just he doesn't stop, does he?
The last two games, we've won both of them 5-0. Guess who hasn't started? My Yankee centre back. No Tim Ream. No relegation.
No penalties awarded.
No penalties awarded. I'm
No
telling you
bombs.
right now, that's the tonic. Yeah, look, you guys played like shit,
Oh, mate, that was fucking.
but we did dominate.
I said to Ned 20 minutes in, I said, we're going to score in a minute. I reckon about 90 seconds later, before we go down the other end and put one in the bin.
And you didn't get near it.
Nah. And
You had a good first 5 minutes.
Nah, I would say.
I thought Woodprowse was going to put that free
Yeah,
kick
that
away.
free kick.
Like
Me
I
and
was
Ned
like,
both
this is
jumped up.
far out. Like this is far out, but he's ambitious enough to have this, and he had it.
Yeah.
As soon as that free kick happened, that was it.
Yeah,
It was like, oh,
nothing else.
Like, it was so depressing to watch. We do the same week in, week out. We sit back, just wait for the other team just to open up, and then we go on the counter. And
Yeah.
you can't be doing that with the quality of players that we've got. It's actually fucking annoying.
Moisey out or?
Nah, he's got to be out. He should have been out at the start of the season. I don't.
I mean,
care
you're
that-
top of your
Nah,
Europa League group.
Well, guess what? If we weren't, he wouldn't have a job.
Yeah, well, that's fair.
Yeah.
I genuinely think.
Same with the Conference League last year.
Yeah, that's the only thing that kept him in job last season. We were almost relegated last season, but
Yeah.
boy, we won the Conference League. Like, I don't know. His football is so boring. This is the best ever squad we've had as a club.
To be fair, no,
ever.
you've got a very good squad.
Like, on paper, that's top 7. Top
I'd say
7.
top half.
Yeah, it's top
at the
half
very
for
least.
sure.
Well, I'm not
Top
trying to
7.
shit on West Ham,
We've got
but
some good players, like top 7, I'd say.
Yeah, but how'd they go against Fulham? Paqueta, all he did was turn the ball over and
Paqueta-
fidget spin.
yeah.
I would
Kudus got absolutely pocketed by Anthony Robinson.
You can't knock
Right.
Kudus because Kudus has been the only one trying for us for the past month. He's the only one that can do something.
Nothing on Robinson.
Where was Bowen? Was Bowen playing?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Tosin and
Barely.
Bassi.
He had
him.
one shot. That's about
yeah,
it.
and he should have scored that shot too. Actually,
Yeah.
he should have taken the touch and taken it down.
Oh, it would have been 5-1.
Yeah,
Just quietly, how good has Anthony Robinson
Makes it so much
been?
better.
Yeah,
He's
been
the
fantastic.
yank
He's
that
a
stepped
class
up
against
when
West
Tim
Ham.
Ream stepped down.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And Turson and Arabio back into the lineup
Yeah.
is huge as well. He's been
Massive.
playing really well. Bassi's improved. Kearney, still the
Elite.
most
So silky.
so underrated. Give that man a couple of flowers.
Give him a statue,
I
honestly.
actually couldn't believe how Ned goes at the start of the game. He's actually underrated. And I thought, no.
Who is this bloke?
He bossed that game for
Yeah.
90 minutes. He took our midfield to score. It was actually ridiculous.
He actually did. It was his 300th game as well for the club. So
Gotta love
the
that.
goat.
And Raul Jimenez has risen from the dead.
Raul Jimenez is
Where's he
back.
come from?
He's back. Come on, Fulham.
And
I don't know,
Harry
so-
Wilson also.
Harry Wilson's
Even
great.
Vinicius
Yeah.
got on the score sheet,
Well, that was
man.
a fucking.
Oh,
tap
just
in.
rub it in, why don't you?
That's the cherry on the icing on the
Did he
cake.
score a sweat?
Yeah, it's the biggest whatever.
Didn't Harry Wilson pass it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Unselfish from Harry Wilson there.
Yeah.
And that
Well taught at Liverpool.
absolute
Well taught.
turd we have at centre back, Naif Agurd. He is.
Oh, he is.
He is actually got to be.
I thought you said he was good.
Unbelievable. The past 6 weeks, I think he's actually worse than Harry Maguire. I would actually prefer Harry Maguire at centre back opposed to that
Yeah.
Moroccan scum. He is shit.
Last season after the World Cup, you're like, why don't we start him? He's good.
Dude, at the World Cup he performed well. Well, I don't know what had happened. Against Fulham, seriously, could have waited me in centre back. He was fucking hopeless. We have.
I think the whole West Ham team was hopeless, to be
It's
fair.
so nice listening to someone else bang on about how shit their centre back is.
Yeah.
And then we brought on fucking Angelo Bonner. He's got one ACL for crying out loud.
Is he still playing?
Fuck. Yes. We've got no one. We're actually.
Back on for a blow up.
I forgot he was even a player, to be honest.
Yeah, well, when you bring on the Greek god who's fucking horrible, and Bonner at centre back, it's not.
Oh, Mavropanos.
He's also
What a G.
shit.
Yeah, at half time you brought
Greek.
on a centre back for like a fucking midfielder, and I was like, you're 3-0 down. Nice aggressive change, Moisey. Fuck it.
Really forward thinking, Moisey.
That's right, we'll bring on Danny Ings next.
It's like, did you think you were
Hey,
3-0 up?
don't fucking talk shit about Danny.
About
Danny Ings
skinhead
is-
Ings.
Danny Ings probably the
Skinhead
best
Ings,
player,
mate.
I reckon.
Nah.
The next Liverpool player has to be.
The
Oh.
team
Oh.
is just...
Just poor.
Oh, I actually don't know what to say. Like, I was watching that game with Ned and I was like, what is going on? As soon as the first goal went in, technical
Are we gonna?
difficulty.
We're gonna have to cut it. We're gonna have to cut this bit. No?
Yeah.
Well, the blue lights.
Oh well,
back
I've said it now.
on. I'll buy it.
Green lights on. Racing.
Green whistle. But yeah,
Off and away.
considering you're a team, like, and you do have a good team. I wouldn't say top 7. I'd say top 10. But you do have a good team. Considering that, really poor.
Yeah, no.
Really poor.
Shocking. And there's a bit of a...
Bit going on the other
difficulty.
side.
Yeah.
Should we just power on?
Yeah,
You
might
reckon,
as well.
Jesse?
Yeah.
It's gonna cut the feed. So I put this back in. So
Oh, is it? So we just hold off for a second.
Hold.
just stare at the camera.
Sorry about this,
Stand.
guys. I'm just gonna
Pull a Tim.
do the old.
Tim Ream.
Tim Jeffries.
Don't pull a Tim Ream. Just freeze for a moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great TV.
A feast for the eyes
Any more
and the
talk about
ears.
West Ham and I'll blow up.
I think-
We can change the topic.
I think we're back.
Smart.
I think you blew Jesse's microphone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I had a fucking mental breakdown.
Well, I'm back.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Also, while we talk about our feast for the eyes,
Mm.
obviously now we've got the visuals going. This one should be going up on YouTube,
Yeah.
In a couple of days.
TikTok as well.
Instagram, TikTok,
Yeah.
Bonza.
Jeez.
As they say.
It's all going on. So follow us on our socials. Basically, it's HNF Talks for everything. I think.
Yeah. HNF Talks, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, obviously. And of
lot.
course on Spotify.
She's all going on.
It's all
Yeah.
going on. It's all happening.
Yeah. Flynn, while we're shamelessly plugging ourselves, do you want to bring the mic a bit closer?
Testing.
Yeah, beautiful.
Probably should have done this prior, but that's all right. What do we have next?
Next, we have Man City defeating Luton 2-1, coming back after an
Looked a bit
Adebayo
shaky.
header.
Looked a bit shaky there. You never like going 1-0 down right into the break.
No,
It's a bit shaky, but then they
turned it
fought
on
back.
within like
yeah,
5 minutes. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
of
2
course.
goals
they
in
did.
5 minutes. That's all they
Two
need.
quick goals. Yeah, Grealish scored.
They're still going to win the league by 10 points.
I don't know. I don't know this season.
I don't know
man.
about that. I don't know about that at all.
But
I don't know
think
what
we're the
about
front
soccer.
runners. I think we're the
Nah.
front runners.
It's a little callback for you.
Yeah, that's a little throwback to
you
our
get-
old
You
listeners.
get that,
yeah.
that Kevin De Bruyne player back.
Who?
Add that a bit of depth.
completely forgot he even existed. He's been out for that long. How long?
I know.
When does
Yeah.
he come back? Does anyone know?
Not till next year.
I think he's back in training. Well, that's all I
Oh.
know.
Yeah, he is. He's back in training. Yep, Pep said.
They'll ease him into it. Give him another few weeks.
Then Haaland should be back this week, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no Haaland, no De Bruyne. They still won.
I mean,
Albeit against Luton.
we expected him to win.
Yeah, well, if you
obviously.
lose to
did.
Luton, if you lose to Luton anywhere, you shouldn't be.
Especially at the Tin Shed.
Well, the Tin Shed is a hard place to
But
play.
don't disrespect the tin shed.
Well, you're calling it a Tin Shed as well, mate.
Who's calling it a tin shed?
You literally just.
You just called it a
I
Tin
said,
Shed.
no, don't you call it a tin shed.
Okay, then what's the place actually called?
Whatever the stadium's called.
See, he doesn't even know what it's called.
Oh, it's a tin shed. Who's calling it a tin shed?
Don't call it that. Kenilworth Road.
That's the one.
Oh, now you know it.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I knew that.
No, come on.
Don't disrespect.
I knew that. Come on.
Fucking grow up.
Calvin Phillips Pep's finally said that Calvin Phillips is fucking off in January. Apparently Newcastle are suitors. So I don't know, Eddie Howe was just taking up crack, evidently. Although, in fairness, good bit of depth without Tonali.
He'll fit in there on the bench.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just going somewhere else to warm the bench, though.
Yeah.
But, like,
I don't
he was a
know.
good player at Leeds. Like, he was... West Ham eyed him off for a replacement for Declan Rice. And that speaks volumes. So,
Hey, he scored a penalty this morning in the Champions League.
Wow.
Back in form. Did he actually play a full 90 minutes this morning?
yeah, started.
Yeah,
What do you
they were
want?
Wow.
undefeated
Because they
in
played
the-
the children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they were undefeated in their group.
Yeah, let's just chuck on the nobodies. Calvin Phillips gone. You can
Yeah.
have some
Yeah,
minutes.
let's chuck on the
No,
ball
I
boy from
feel-
2017.
Yeah.
I feel bad.
Yeah, actually, and he
Calvin
scored.
Yeah.
Calvin Phillips is. Well,
See, he was Leeds' best player in those couple seasons
Yeah,
before he moved
and-
to City.
yeah, he'd be good at any team minus City. Because
Yeah,
they
pretty much.
don't need him. Any
Yeah.
of the top 6 or 7 don't really need Calvin Phillips. But I'd love to see him move to like a Nottingham or something
Yeah.
where he'd
Even a
be
West
like,
Ham.
Wolves.
nah, we're
I-
past that now.
I
Tim.
think
That's too
Pauline.
good for him.
I think Polina's going in January. I think Fulham might eye him off as well.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
that'd
As
be
a
a
bit of
very good
depth.
sign.
Where do you reckon Polina's going?
Bayern.
Because
Bayern, yeah, wasn't it-
we're rumoured to snatch him up.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
going to
we're
play with
about to sign
Iracunda.
everyone.
Play with Aaron Kunda.
Yeah.
That'd be dangerous, actually. Polina feeding Aaron Kunda and
You know,
Harry
I know,
Kane.
dangerous duo.
Don't even get me started.
Jeez.
But yeah.
Wow. Have to wait till 2030 to see that.
What else we got, Ned?
Next one, last one is Tottenham defeating Newcastle 4-1.
Ruthless.
Newcastle have that
Ruthless.
many injuries.
Tottenham back.
Tottenham is
So did
shit.
Tottenham.
Nah.
Tottenham is shit.
Richarlison came back, scored a brace.
Yeah, he did.
Looked good actually.
Yeah. Which you never hear often from Richarlison.
Nah, at Everton he was right.
Would never
It's
really
his-
rate
that was his
him.
first goal he's scored ever at Tottenham with his feet.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
That is fucking wild.
What? What is your
Right.
problem?
Yeah, no, I'm all good. Nothing.
All right. But yeah, but I mean, good on him. What are you fucking on about, bro? What is your problem?
Nothing. Keep going.
Okay.
Keep chatting.
Well, good on Richarlison for
Are we
finding some
missing something?
form.
Yeah, we clearly are.
What the fuck is going on here?
Keep going.
Good on Richarlison for scoring, and good on Tottenham and Newcastle don't look that good.
Apparently De Gea is rumoured to go to Newcastle.
I heard
Yeah,
that.
that'd be good for Newcastle.
I like that.
Considering Dubravka is absolutely woeful.
They
Hey,
should
I
be playing
saw
Loris
something that
Karius.
Did De Gea win Golden Glove last season?
Yeah.
How we didn't get?
How
How we
has he
didn't get?
not got a club? Like I still can't wrap my head around that.
I think we
He was
actually
demanding
have to be
too
the
much.
way.
No, we did
Yeah.
talk about this.
Yeah, we went through this. I'm pretty sure it was wages.
Yeah,
apologies.
probably.
Yeah.
But Newcastle can afford the wages.
Well, fuck
Yeah.
yeah, they can.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
All right, let's go to around the grounds. We've got a Champions League group recap to do. We'll do onside, offside after this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While we're on the topic of results, we'll start with United finishing dead bottom of their group, shall we, Jesse? All right, apologies, a little bit of a technical difficulty there, but we're back. We're talking about the Champions League group recap. We just started at United. Dead bottom of their group. Losing 1-0 to Bayern Munich, probably the most
Yikes.
respectful result out of all of them.
Genuinely, yeah.
But still finished dead bottom in their group, don't even get to the Europa League.
Yep.
Thoughts?
As soon as I started singing Onana's praises, he pretty
Yeah.
much single-handedly cost us that whole campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I honestly,
definitely.
I honestly
I think
believe
you
that.
can actually say that. Yeah.
I honestly believe that he single-handedly cost us,
Most goals conceded in the group stage.
15 in 6 games.
and bad goals.
Yeah.
Chelsea-
a lot of mistakes.
Really bad goals. Really bad.
Didn't Chelsea
goals.
concede like 15 in one Premier
In
League
one season. I
Yeah.
mean, that's an incredible feat, but this is an incredible feat on the,
The
flip
other way.
side.
Yeah, like this is bad.
That's bad, man.
But that has to go down to poor defense as well. It's not all on Onana.
Well,
Yeah, see, I wouldn't blame it all on Onana.
Oh, but you can.
But there's a lot-
So
There's
many goals.
there's probably half the goals you can blame on Onana, but then
Yeah.
the rest is just defense.
See, even if Onana was in good form, I don't think he'd make it out of the group, to be completely honest.
Yeah, but no, because they didn't actually score that many. Like
No, they didn't.
Like, obviously, what you got 3 against
Put 3 past Blind in the first game.
Galatasaray. Oh,
didn't
no,
we?
he did score actually.
We actually had really high scoring
Yeah.
games, but we conceded so much
Yeah.
that it didn't even
Yeah,
matter.
that's
like,
fair.
I know it's you can't do it, but you take out those Onana mistakes, and we probably win 50% of those games
Yeah.
where
Oh God, yeah.
we dropped points or lost. Like
Yeah.
honestly, not surprised. Writing is on the wall for Eric Ten Hairs, I reckon.
Thoughts, for Heisenberg.
Heisenberg better fucking.
Eric Ten Heisenberg.
Yeah, you better get in the kitchen. He's without a job soon.
He just won Player of the Month. Come on.
Player of the month.
eh?
Probably Manager of the Month, but yeah.
That's crazy that Maguire and Ten Hag both won those awards in the same month.
Maguire.
and they
I was
finished
I was
bottom.
genuinely shocked
Yeah.
I think
about
the funniest
Maguire.
part was.
I wasn't shocked. I thought he was good.
I think the funniest
I actually
part.
thought
Taking my West Ham.
No, the funniest part was he went that whole month without conceding, and then he shipped 3 against Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Man.
Do you actually think he was not the best player of the month?
No,
Manager.
a lot of
Wait,
different-
we're talking about
Harry
Maguire.
Maguire.
Sorry.
No.
No.
No. I would have said, and I don't like him, but I would have said Gordon probably.
No,
Yeah.
I would have given it to Doku.
Doku.
I think Doku deserved it.
Doku was good.
Wasn't his 1 goal
I
and
don't
4
know.
assists in that one as well?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
But even
I don't know.
just his influence on the pitch. Like, it's
I feel
not
like
all
Gordon
about-
was consistent across that whole
Yeah,
month.
I agree with that, but
No,
I
I can't stand Anthony
think
Gordon
there was
either.
better players over the month than Harry Maguire.
No, I actually
Agreed.
disagree.
Yeah. No, I would agree with that.
Yeah,
I would agree.
he improved.
Yeah, no, he
Went from-
I'm
I think
not
it's
saying
just
he played
maybe
bad.
He improved just for the month.
bad.
but-
Yeah, he improved
Yeah.
because he went from dog shit to average.
But I just never saw it coming, really. I mean, who would have expected him to actually win it?
I don't think he expected to win
No.
it.
Ten Hag to win it. And Garnacho winning goal of the month, understandably.
I mean, that was
Obviously.
obviously
Yeah.
He's going to
gonna
win
happen.
goal of the season.
That was obviously going to happen.
Puskas.
Yeah, easy. But I don't know about Ten Hag and
No,
Maguire. And I'm not sure about him even now.
hell no.
No.
It just showed how bullshit that was.
Yeah.
Two teams went undefeated through the group stage: Real Madrid, Man City.
Probably the two that are going to face off in the final if the draw works out that way. I think.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any other teams better. In Europe.
And Newcastle, unluckily,
Yeah.
really unlucky against PSG, and
That's changed the whole tide
The
of their
penalty-
campaign. Yeah.
Newcastle were dominant in the
Again.
first half against AC Milan.
yeah,
And
yeah, they just didn't take their chances. And
Like
that's what
they,
happened.
Yeah.
did they go into half time with the one
How
lead?
good was that?
Yeah,
yeah, they
how
did.
good
Yeah,
was
yeah.
that goal line clearance from Tomori.
Oh, huge.
yeah,
He like
that was crazy.
how
So
he's not in
important.
the England squad. Baffling.
I'll never
We
know.
know.
But then
one word.
See,
the LeBron
Southgate.
James of soccer got on the score sheet.
Yeah.
Christian Pulisic,
Center forward,
center mid.
midfield.
Where
The
did he
LeBron
actually?
James of soccer.
What position was he actually starting?
I'm pretty sure on the wing.
If he was playing centre forward,
That would have been so
That would've-
funny.
No, he
that
was
would've
playing.
been
No, he
awesome.
was playing wing.
Okay.
But
That Giroud up top.
Of course.
I don't think any of those teams in that group are going to do much in Europe. I think.
Yeah,
I think AC Milan won't do that well in Europa League. I think there's just that many good teams in Europa League this season.
this season especially,
You
100%.
got West Ham, Liverpool.
West Ham, obviously.
West Ham.
And in the Champions League, I think Dortmund. I don't actually think they're that good. But
They
they actually
Dortmund,
humble under
Dortmund
pressure.
always go fairly deep, but they never really look that super convincing.
No.
They always come up against someone who's clearly better.
Yeah.
Real Madrid
And then
or
but-
Bayern.
But they did have a standout group stage.
They
Yeah,
did.
they
No,
did.
they had
I
an
can't-
excellent group stage.
I did not expect them to go through.
No.
In all honesty.
I think they'll go far. I reckon they might even make the semi-finals. To be honest, it really depends on the draw.
Yeah, the draws.
Did they didn't finish top, did
Yeah.
they? They did
Yeah.
finish top.
So the draw, the round of 16 draw will be kind to them,
Yep, 100%.
but once they advance further, it's going to
And
get
then
a bit
obviously,
scary.
yeah. Then PSG, I can't see them doing that well.
They're not even doing that well in France.
No,
PSG always
They've got a young
stumble as
team.
well.
but you never know. Like it's not like they don't have quality.
They've got a young
Yeah.
midfield at the moment.
I know, and like last window, they got rid of all their older players, and they're trying to inject youth and like players from the academy, which is working. Obviously, that fella that with the long name, I don't know.
Zaire Emery.
Yeah.
Zaire.
He's born. He's only 17.
Fellow with a long name. For 10 years.
Top
well.
journalism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
20.
So look,
You can't call this journalism. What we're doing is
In the next 3 or 4
Bollocks.
seasons, they're 100% a chance to win the Champions League.
They're just not much of a team.
But I
yet.
don't think, at
no,
the
but I
moment.
think now they're much more of a team than what they were previous seasons. I think it's taking them a while to gel because obviously before they used to rely on Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe just
Yeah.
to them three, but now they actually have to work as a team.
Yeah, they're just relying on Mbappe
That's the thing
Yeah.
about
at the moment. But the youngsters are actually playing their role.
Yeah.
that's the thing
perfectly.
about building super teams is like when you have 3-star forwards, that their numbers are obviously going to drop because they have to share the goals around.
Yeah.
They
And-
were arguably 3 of the best players in the world at the same time.
Yeah,
all in PSG.
yeah,
Yeah.
and that never really works
No.
in almost every sport as well.
Yeah.
Even like basketball.
We'll talk about it on the
super
NBA podcast.
Basketball
all the time.
super teams don't really work out, and that was just another case. And,
And it,
with PSG moving backwards to having Mbappe as him
yeah.
and just building this young team around him, it's probably
It's
they
better.
won't. Yeah, they don't see those results at the start.
But
Maybe a
further
season
down
or
the line,
two in the future, they're going to be a far better team.
They had to go backwards to go forwards.
Yeah.
And obviously, like Neymar and Mbappe, they both got pretty big egos, and you got Messi in the same team.
Yeah.
It obviously was never going to work. And then you
Yeah.
obviously had Ramos, Donnarumma, and all that. Like, it was just, yeah.
Yeah,
So I think, what they're doing right now is a lot better for them as a club and gives them a lot more chance of being successful in Europe.
agreed.
Should we go through the groups?
Yeah.
So Real Madrid and Napoli through in Group C.
Yeah.
Real Sociedad finished top of their group with Inter.
I like Real Sociedad a lot.
Atletico Madrid and Lazio through in their group.
Yeah.
Dortmund, PSG through in their group. City and Leipzig through in their group. Barca and
Easiest
Porto
group.
through in their
How
group.
good is that Xavi Simmons, by the way, for Leipzig? He's
Yeah, he's
tearing it up.
fantastic.
Got released by Barca, released by PSG, on loan.
And
Now.
that was a
He had a shocking season at PSG though. And
Yeah, because he
that's
couldn't-
when
Barely
they released
played.
him.
well,
couldn't get into
that
the
was the
team.
worst time for him to be there.
Yeah.
Because that was just before the breakup of the super team, and
Yeah.
he left. I don't want to say left at the wrong time because he's doing really well now. But if he hung around, he probably would be a staple in that PSG team.
He'd
by now.
100% be starting.
Yeah,
Of course he would be. He's such a good footballer, and you can see it now with Leipzig. I swear, every time I go on Instagram, he's got a goal or an assist or something.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, he's
he
a
got
great
top
player.
goal scorer in the
Eredivisie.
last season, and he's 19.
As a youth player.
Wing-
I know it's just the
winger.
Eredivisie, but that's a pretty
Bro, that's
impressive feat.
Crazy.
As an attacking
pretty
midfielder,
impressive.
whatever he
A top-
attacking
It's
midfielder,
a not top 5 league, but it's a top.
it's still
6,
it's
7
still a big
matter
league
in
Yeah,
the
it's
world.
big
It's a huge league.
and he didn't do it at Ajax either.
No.
No,
He
exactly.
did it at PSV.
PSV.
Yeah, 2 years younger than us, by the way.
And while we talk about PSV and Arsenal got through
Yep.
in Group
Yep.
B, and then Munich and Copenhagen.
Copenhagen's a big one because I would have thought Galatasaray.
Same.
I thought they would have finished dead bottom in that.
I think
group when you
everyone
look at it.
sort
Well, I thought it would have been easy, Bayern, Man United, but
I think
Apparently
the
not.
big threat was always going into that group. United not being convincing the past few seasons.
Yeah.
Galatasaray were always going to be okay.
you would at least
Fuck, it's
think
a tough fixture.
Yeah.
you would
But
at
it-
least think
yeah.
Europa League.
that would have
for
been
United.
obvious. That would have
Obviously.
been the bare minimum.
Obviously.
That Man United.
Although you would have got knocked out straight away, or you had to come up against Liverpool anyway. But that's not the
West
point. Should have been there.
Or West Ham.
But yeah,
Oh, West Ham, sorry.
I think Man United would have been thinking if we don't have this group wrapped up within the first 3 or 4 games,
We're in trouble.
We're in trouble.
And
And because they had to go to Galatasaray just 2 weeks ago, whatever it was, they had to go to Turkey and play, and that's no easy place for any team to go.
that is one of the toughest
I
fixtures
actually
in European
think
football.
Any team would struggle going there.
Regardless of the form that the team
Yeah.
is in as well.
Any Turkish team, really. And it's all about the environment, man. There's
Oh,
Turkish
the
fans.
environment
They're
is
not allowed to
crazy.
bring
Crazy.
phones into the ultras and stuff because they
Yeah.
put on Twitter, we only want aggressive support for 90 minutes. No
no
phones,
families, no
family, no
recording.
phone.
Crazy.
Yeah,
And just the crowd when they got it back on level terms.
yeah.
It'd be a football. It actually would be a footballer's dream to go there on the away day and play.
It's
It'd have
more
to
of a
be-
nightmare.
Yeah, but
I'd say it'd be a dream.
It'd have to be on the.
You know,
bucket.
I would like if I was a professional footballer towards the end of my career, I wouldn't mind playing in Turkey.
I
And
think
you
that's
can, and
why
you
I
can
want-
see a lot of players do that. They go and play there because the crowds at those clubs are just so crazy loyal, and the environment, the atmosphere at those games is insane.
Yeah, the term 12th man gets thrown around a lot.
Yeah.
But
But
they
you'd actually-
really are.
yeah,
they really
definitely.
are.
Should we go around the table, predict a winner, and predict a dark horse to win it?
Yes, I
Yeah.
like this.
I'll go first, and we'll go around. Real Madrid for me.
Yeah.
I think they're clear.
Fair.
As favourites on paper.
Mm.
Players to come back into that team still as well. I mean, the form that Bellingham's in
Yeah.
Of course.
speaks for itself. Rodrigo in crazy form.
Yeah. They're peaking at the right time.
Even Hosselu's playing well for them.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
And then their midfield depth is ridiculous. Their only question mark, maybe their defence without Militao this season.
And goalkeeping.
And
trouble.
Kepa.
you got
Kepa he's kept quite well though, to be fair.
Yeah.
Especially in the Champions League. So I think they're my favourite. And then for me, it's a 3-horse race for the dark horse. I think you can classify these teams as dark horses: Arsenal, Inter, and Napoli.
Inter. I like it.
I think Napoli aren't in the same form that they were last year.
No.
Especially with the change of management. Has really hit like the play style
But
of the team.
Osimhen's been in pretty bad form
Yeah.
compared to last year. I think if some of those players can turn it around again,
Oh, for sure.
I think they could get really hot and go a long way. Inter showed last year that they can do it.
Yeah.
And Arsenal, I think, just are going to go about their business.
Yeah. What do you
take
think
it
about
deep.
City though? So if you,
I wouldn't count them as a dark horse though.
Yeah.
I mean, they finished top of their group.
They won it last season.
No, I know, but I mean, if you're saying Real Madrid's your favourite, would you not then say City
I'd say
automatically fall into that category?
I'd say City, any of the like big clubs, big clubs, like Real Madrid, City, Barca,
Bayern.
I don't think they're dark horses.
No, you can't.
Yeah, that's fair.
No way.
for me.
No, I wouldn't.
But yeah, I think
City won it last year, so you cannot put them anywhere near that category of.
Yeah, but I would say you
I
have a
know
clear
what you
favourite.
mean. I know what you
Are
mean.
you talking about you're calling them a dark horse compared to the team they were last year?
No,
Is that
I know
what
what
you
he
mean?
No,
means.
no.
He
So,
means that
I mean, they
because
fall into
he,
that.
Yeah, because he selected Real Madrid, then all of a sudden, his dark horse would be any other team in the competition.
Well, yeah.
That's
Oh,
what.
yeah,
that's
That's
what
what
I
he's
mean.
trying to say, but I don't.
that's not what I thought. No.
That's not the case.
It's a roughie. You got to if you're
Yeah.
looking at the market, you got to pick a roughie
That's true.
Gamble responsibly.
Gamble responsibility.
if you like.
What do you reckon, Heath? Who's gonna win it?
I'm going with Real Madrid as well.
Yeah.
It's hard to beat them really at the moment. Undefeated in the group stage.
And they're the kings of
Jude
this
Bellingham.
competition.
Everyone really firing. Dark horse.
Don't take mine.
I'm gonna go with Leipzig.
Oh, that is.
Hold on.
That's the most Heath prediction
Have we got our dark horse defined? Is dark horse a deep run or an outright winner?
Outright
To win it?
isn't
I would at least go last four.
Okay.
Or
No, make the final.
make the final. Make the final.
I
yeah.
like that. I really
I
like
think Leipzig are a good chance
that.
That's
Yeah.
huge.
when
Yeah.
they're playing good football.
Yeah.
It really depends on
They're
the
good.
tournament. They're gonna get some fucking tough teams, man.
I know they are, but I seriously think they can do it.
Oh, bang.
I like that.
I like it.
Bit of Xavi Simmons.
He'll carry.
On his own.
Yeah, on his own. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you reckon, Jesse?
Where did Barcelona finish in their group?
They finished top,
Top.
but not convincingly. 12 points.
No.
Oh,
They lost to Antwerp.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they played
they were
there. They
already
fielded a
through.
full B team.
Yeah, they were already through.
Yeah, they dropped some weird games in the group stage.
Oriol Romeu is never playing for Barcelona again.
he is horrific.
No.
If you saw that game,
I
did you
saw
see the highlights?
Yeah, I
He's
saw
never playing for Barcelona ever
Yeah.
again. He wouldn't play for their B team.
I was
again.
surprised when he was playing at fucking Southampton.
I saw a tweet from a Barcelona fan this morning. It was like, should we sell or keep Romeu? And someone said, do a giveaway. So that sums up how shit
That
he
is
played.
so disrespectful, man. He's a professional fucking footballer. That is so wild.
Giveaway.
He was pretty amateur this morning.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But to go
below.
from Southampton in the Championship to Barcelona, it's a big step up.
You reckon?
Yeah.
No shit, hey.
Like,
But we've seen it before. Choupo-Moting went from Stoke to fucking... Where did he go?
Bayern Munich and then
Bayern and then PSG.
he's actually
Or
decent
the other way
though.
around, whatever it was.
Choupo-Moting. Aside from that open goal that he...
Besides the one he cleared off
we
the
will
line.
never forget about that.
Do the Choupo-Moting.
Do the Choupo-Moting, mate.
All right, Jesse, yeah, go on.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I reckon Bayern can do it.
I was going to say
Honestly,
Bayern.
I think Bayern can do it.
Yeah.
In terms of dark horses, Napoli deep run.
Yeah.
If they really kick into gear, because the start with the new manager has been pretty lackluster, so they really need to kick into gear mid-season. And if not them, I also agree with Heath in Leipzig.
Oh wow.
But I'm not. I would not name them as a finalist. I'd say deep run.
Yeah.
And by deep run, like semi-finals.
I'm liking this Leipzig love at the
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Amen.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, that's me.
Tim?
I'm going to agree with Jesse. I'm going to say Bayern, go all the way. My dark horse, and there's a little bit of favouritism here. No, not Man City, no. There's
Favoritism, yeah, Man City,
a
man.
bit of favouritism here, Inter Milan. I think we're just really good. We're a good side, top of the table in Italy. Can't complain. What do we finish second in our group? I think we can,
only on goal difference.
yeah, but I think we'll have a good draw, and I reckon we'll go all the way.
Who's we?
Since when
Milan.
were you an Inter
I've been
Milan
an Inter Milan fan for a long time.
Oh, since they made the Champions League final last year.
Yeah, man. No,
I've never
you
heard
never seen me
say
wear
it.
my
I didn't know it.
Zanetti
I've never
kit.
heard you say that you're an Inter fan.
Ask any other of the boys. Jesse knew
I
that.
didn't know.
I knew that.
Jesse knew. Robbie would know. Jimmy would know. Dante knows.
All
And
these
you guys
people.
know all the
you
Italian
guys know
bars.
now.
Yeah, I was about
All
to
the
say,
Italians.
all the people that you guys all know so well.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're
But
best
yes, I am an Inter Milan fan.
Okay.
And I think we're a dark horse. I reckon we're a chance to win it,
So you're
or
both
at
going with
least
your own
make the
teams
final.
to go for as a dark horse.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, clear favouritism.
Well, I was going to say Bayern, but I want to change it up a little bit. I'm going to go City. I think everyone's writing them off because they haven't been the best in the Premier League, but they're going to get Haaland in good form, De Bruyne back, Rodri's going to be playing good football. They got Pep. They're an unbelievable side. It's going to be out of, I'd say, a 3-horse race between Real Madrid, Bayern and City.
Yeah, I think everyone can agree on
Yeah,
that.
I think they're the three most
Convincing.
Yeah, convincing for sure. And yeah, I think when they get playing good, you got Doku crossing it in, Haaland, Alvarez to bring on the bench, Grealish. They've just got so much depth. It's ridiculous that if they do lose someone to injury, deeper into the Champions League, it won't matter as much compared to if someone from Real, if Joselu gets injured for Real Madrid, it's not
Strikerless.
Yes, they literally don't have a recognised striker.
Yeah.
Jude Bellingham goes into that role.
he literally
does.
Well, he may as well, but yeah. And then
Camavinga, chuck him up there, might as well. He's played everywhere else.
I'm glad no one said me dark horse yet. I'm going Real Sociedad.
Oh, yeah.
Because, I don't know, in the group stages, they top their group and, no one, I don't think, expected that. They've got that Kubo fella.
Yeah,
who's
Kubo's
absolutely, he's actually quite a handy
He's a
little
jet.
plur.
He's a baller.
He is. And
He's
I think,
cracking
because they got top of the group, that the round of 16, the draw's going to favour them. Obviously, the lack of experience and whatnot, but I think they're just playing on such a I don't know, they're just playing it looks like they're having a lot of fun out on the pitch. And,
For sure.
they're getting the crowd behind them. It's almost like a fairy tale story sort of thing.
Yeah.
So,
Do you reckon them to make the final, to win it, or to go
Nah, they
deep?
won't. Look, I think the inevitable's going to happen.
Semis.
They're going to come up against City, Real Madrid, or something.
Yeah.
Either semis or finals. But I would not be surprised if they made the semis or the final.
Yeah.
I'm loving what they're doing at the moment, and I hope they keep it up because it's
Yeah.
really good to see.
To really quickly finish our around the grounds, United lost again. Adelaide United, that is.
Yep.
Yeah.
2-0 to Brisbane.
Horrible.
In a miserable performance.
Shocking.
We've kind of just shat the bed.
Yeah. We all were just so... Let's be honest, we were
Ended up
horny
fi- ended up
after our first
finishing-
game. We were all pretty aroused after our first few weeks.
We were.
And
we
we've
were
been-
so high on that on
that
Adelaide
6-0.
United. Seriously.
We've been awfully quiet since.
Yeah, a little bit.
Well,
Talking less and less. And
we ended up finishing the game with 10 men on the field, not because of a red card, because we'd used all 5 subs. Mohamed Toure has then done his groin in the 80th minute, and we've played out the rest of the game with 10 men.
That's the second time this season something weird has happened with United
Yeah,
sub.
you don't see that.
Well, did you see what happened? I reckon it was 2 weeks ago. We'd used all our subs, and because of an injury, there was an interchange. Someone who
didn't
got
see it.
subbed off came back on.
That's pretty mental. What? Who was that against?
I
MacArthur?
think it was MacArthur.
Yeah.
It was like the first
I
time
didn't
in
watch the game.
Australian football that's happened, I'm pretty sure. There was an interchange.
That's wild. That's
Yeah.
pretty hectic.
Something a bit weird going on.
Oh,
Bit of backwards action. We got the cameras for this shit. Let's go.
That's a lot.
Oh my God.
I'm first of all trying to ignore the fact that you're doing that right next to me.
I wasn't even listening to you guys. I was watching him because I could see that it was on the wrong. I was like, oh no, he's realised.
Oh, YouTube is gonna fucking love this, man. Oh boy.
oh God.
That was not scripted.
Just the oh.
That was
The
not a
moment of
scripted
realization.
Carry on.
That is so good.
Where were we?
Just finishing up on Adelaide
left
United.
Adelaide-
Let's
oh,
wrap
okay.
that up.
What about
Yeah.
any other standout teams from outside the
I mean, we've talked a lot about
Bayern Munich lost
Leipzig
5-1.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I wanted to bring that up.
against
Frankfurt. I'm pretty
Frankfurt, yeah.
They got pumped.
Yeah, they did.
They were
They were undefeated.
I'm actually pretty convinced that Harry Kane is allergic to a trophy.
oh, hell yeah.
I actually don't think Bayern will win the Bundesliga.
I
this season.
actually, I might take my Champions League call back.
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Nah, I still feel like Bayern are going to win it.
He's a serial bottler, though.
No. I still feel like
Yeah.
it's Tottenham. I don't feel like it's him. I think it's Tottenham. But that remains to be seen, really. But we'll see.
Stop doing that, dude. Dwayne Johnson fucking podcast tonight. Literal Dwayne.
Quite literally.
Literal the rock.
Yeah, they got pumped.
Yeah, they got
Yeah,
fucking
They
Yeah.
absolutely pumped. Shocking.
Girona beat Barca 4-2 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, another really good
They're the
game.
real deal.
They are. They might go all the way.
They
Who
could do.
knows? I think they'll, at the very least, if they
Champions League.
Champions League.
How's
yeah.
their point tally? Are they clear?
Yeah, they cleared.
Like,
kids.
I think
32,
Didn't-
28.
Didn't Barca go on top
Was
of
it more than
them?
that?
Yeah.
Didn't Barca go top and then they brought Barca back down?
No,
Yeah.
I think they're 2 points clear or something.
Right.
Yeah. Two of Madrid and Barca, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Real Madrid are second, Barca are third.
Right. There you go.
But you'd think that the big three will make Champions League and then they'll probably
There's room
beat
for
the
one
other
more.
one in
If
there.
Yeah.
if shit happens, probably a Girona fourth.
Yeah.
If shit really hits the fan.
Yeah.
Because
They're going to have a slump.
you don't really see them keeping this up.
No.
It could be.
Fuck.
Could be a fairy tale.
We'd love to see
Could
it.
be a fairy tale story.
We'd love to see it.
Could be a Leicester.
Unless they're
Spanish Leicester.
Unless they're,
Could be a Mo.
unless they're secretly
Could be
owned,
an L Leicester.
unless they're secretly owned by Saudi or the
Yeah.
City Group, we'd love for them to go far.
They are owned by the City Group.
Fuck them.
Yeah, that's why like half of their players,
That's it. We
half of
fucking
their
hate
players
them
are
now.
on loan from City.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Wait, what? Are they?
Girona, yeah.
I hope they win the
Ah.
This ain't no
Bottle
fucking
it.
fairy tale.
I
Bottle
hope they lose out.
Get
I
out.
hope they lose.
Get out. I don't like Girona anymore.
Shouldn't have said that. We've all turned. Let's get on to onside, offside.
Oh. Yes. The props.
Brought to you by Bank 192. Boutique accommodation a stone's throw from Cooper Stadium. Entertainment centre. The tram into the circuit. You know the drill. All good things that happen in Adelaide.
Staying up.
Great accommodation upstairs from our studio. Fantastic little studio down here as well, but you don't
Indeed.
get to see that. Great accommodation, book yourselves into Bang 192. Mention our name; it'll mean nothing.
But it would be nice
it's
to
a
hear.
great place, and we've got something to plug it with now. So, Bank 192 for your stay around Cooper Stadium. Onside, offside.
Oh yeah.
The new Champions League format is a shambles. Should we talk about a few details about it?
Yeah, just quickly give us a
So
refresher.
instead of 32 teams, it's now 36.
Mm.
There's no groups. It's one big table. The top 9 go through automatically. 10th to 24th play off against each other. And then once that's down to like, I don't know how many I guess they cut out half. So then the next 13 or 12 or some shit play off against, and then it turns into like a group, like a qualification stage
knockout
as usual.
stage.
Knockout, yeah.
Why change something that's not broken?
Yeah.
We literally saw a perfect example of how good group stages can be this morning with Newcastle group, the
Yeah.
group
Yeah.
of death.
And also 5 Premier League teams in there next year.
Oh,
I'm
that gives West
assuming-
Ham a bit of hope.
I'm
so.
assuming it'll be 5 Premier League, 5 Bundesliga,
I think
5 La
it's-
Liga, and 5
sha-
Ligue
the-
1.
The Champions League share has always been
Oh
weird.
no, 5 Serie A.
The Champions League share has always been weird. Like Premier League has always had the top 4,
Yeah.
but certain leagues, I think,
Some of them do only top 3.
I think Bundesliga might get,
Is
or
top
maybe
3.
it's Ligue 1. I think Ligue 1 get the top 2 or top 3.
Yeah.
It's really weird, so I have no idea how this is going to work now. This is even more
I know
confusing.
Prem are going to get 5 though.
Yeah.
That's all we know.
That's for sure.
So this
Which
is,
is really good actually for the Premier League
it's
because
gonna-
you can see the teams that fit, like, you know, like you can see those fairy tale stories a bit more. Teams
Yeah.
that go on a big run.
It just
But-
loses a tiny bit of
the import.
the importance of finishing top 4. Like,
yeah.
you know, if you're fucking 6 points off the top 4 and you finish 5th, it's like, well, you're
You're not
clearly
really good
a
enough.
class below Champions League football,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
you get a charity spot in the fucking
Yeah, well, it's like,
Champions League.
it's like a clear. It's that spot where you're not good enough to compete with the best of the best. Like it's sort of like it's established as that spot where your season failed,
yeah.
sort of thing, because you didn't hit that. You didn't win the title. You didn't qualify for the Champions League. You got in Europa League,
So
weren't good enough.
United will finish 5th this year,
and we'll go.
and
to
you'll
the
make Champions League.
Yeah,
I would actually love to put money on that if there's a market.
See, I don't even think United will finish 5th.
They'll find a
yeah,
way.
you're probably right.
I don't 100% agree with what they're doing, but I don't mind it because then teams actually get to play different teams, not just the same teams 2 times
Yeah.
in that
It's,
group.
it's good in that.
But I
And at
think
least City can now not rig it
to always get Leipzig.
to always, to get Leipzig and get an easy group.
They still will.
Allegedly.
Easy
And young boys,
Allegedly.
they'll get young boys in
Allegedly.
Leipzig.
But I think this way as well, you're going to see quite clearly who's the favourites and who are the better teams.
Oh, yeah.
And like,
from the table,
yeah, and
Format.
like you can see like what you need to do
there's
to
8. Yeah,
be the best.
there's 8 games at the start as well. So 4 home, 4 away, and then it breaks off into the top 9 automatically through, and then 10th to 24th then start playing.
so,
off.
It'll be
how do
full on.
how do matchups actually work?
I don't know.
Yeah,
this
see
table.
that's
I
the
think
part
they're-
that confuses me.
I think they get drawn out of the
for
out
the
of-
first 8 games.
out of the circle, and then you can't
Oh,
draw
yeah,
that
actually,
team.
no.
You can't draw that team again.
I reckon that's
So you
quite
play
cool.
every team once. Is
So
that what
you
you're
play.
saying?
No.
Yeah, you play.
Or the
No,
team-
no.
Oh no. I mean,
You play
I mean,
how many games? 9. Did you say
8.
8
no,
games?
no. I mean, if you play one team, then you don't play them again.
you don't play them again.
In the first 8 games, yeah.
That's alright.
No, I think
No.
that's
then
fair.
there's no favouritism and shit like that. Like,
No, but there is, because the way it's set up now is you get what you get. You get the teams that you're drawn with, and you don't get teams that are from your country. You get 3 other teams from across Europe, and you play them home and you play them away. If you're only playing one team once, you're playing them at home. Say you're playing fucking Antwerp. Liverpool are playing Antwerp at Anfield. Do you think Antwerp have a fucking chance?
Yeah, that's not
No,
fair.
that's not fair on them. If they have a home game and an away game, say Liverpool and Antwerp get, or whoever, like a smaller team, get into a group where they can play a home game and an away game, the story completely changes.
Maybe
Look at Copen-
maybe I don't know for sure. Maybe you do play the same 3 teams or same 4
even
teams.
still, even if you do that,
Still,
what is
yeah.
the point in having that table format?
Yeah.
Why not just have the group stages?
The only thing-
if you don't change that, then it's pretty much exactly the same. It's like having a sandwich with the crust cut off. You're still
still
getting the
a
same sandwich, mate.
Alright.
Still a singer.
I know what you're saying,
It's still ham and cheese. at
but
the end of the
when
day.
it comes to that, when it comes to around 8 to 12 or whatever, you got people on points that are, it's close, and then it might go off goal difference, whether you have to qualify through, those playoffs or you go through automatically. I know what you're saying. It's really pointless, but it's just a bit more competitive, and I think that's what they want the Champions League to be. I know it's competitive at the moment,
yeah,
but they just want a bit more competitiveness. Yep, that one.
close enough.
Yeah, competitiveness. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, just keep going. We're going to pass that word.
Go on, move on.
Yeah, I think that's what they want. And
Yeah.
that's what they want to give the fans. So
I can kind of understand it because there are a lot of groups like City always get where there's a clear favourite, but then you lose that element of the group of death. There's always a group of death.
You get the
and we
draw
see
of death, maybe.
we've seen it.
Yeah.
We've seen it this season more than previous. Like there's been groups of death, but they haven't lived up to their particular standards. But then this season has really shown that like it can be tight and it can be really exciting every week, paying attention to those results with the PSG, Newcastle, AC Milan, Dortmund.
And I think as well with the group stages as well, it gives like the best spectacle for fans because 9 times out of 10 it's the best of the best in the round of 16.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
And even being a fan of, like, just coming back to Tim's example, say you're a Liverpool fan or you're an Antwerp fan and you're playing Liverpool, you play them once. To see your team play a top European fixture, you have to go to Liverpool and manage to snag an away ticket at Anfield instead of having a home game in your city where you have your home fans around you.
Yeah.
With your stadium is packed out with your fans. You only get one opportunity and it's either going to be at your home or it's going to be their home. It's not fair. I don't think it's fair
I
at
don't
all.
think it's fair.
No.
The only thing that I find interesting is, so there's 36 teams in it, 9 automatically qualified. That's essentially the top of every group instead of the top 2 of every
More
group.
or less.
Yeah.
So it's going to be harder to automatically qualify, I feel. But I feel like the other teams that get put in that 10th to 24th bracket, if 10th plays 24th, who do you reckon's going to fucking win that?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Exactly.
But if they do that and they say the first 9 qualify and then the other ones have to play off again, then what's the point in going through all of this bullshit to then have to go to like a group stage format anyway?
Yeah.
Or do they do a redraw and just start it from 10th onwards and 10th becomes first?
Have they tried this?
I really
anywhere
don't
else?
understand.
is it still around to 16 that they
Yeah,
get it?
no,
They cut it to?
Yeah, after the new
So seven-
table that's replacing the group stage, it'll go into a knockout phase.
Oh, okay, so 7 teams. Yeah, so that makes sense.
It'll add up to
group
some
of
sort.
16.
It'll add up to some form of knockout phase.
When is
I'm
this
guessing.
supposed to come
so whoever
into?
wins out of those
next
games all qualify.
I
And
think-
I'm going to say that it would be 10 v 24, 11 v 23,
Yeah,
Unless it
so
randomizes.
forth.
Yeah.
which would be weird. I think.
But maybe it is drawn out the hat.
But also, if there's 9 teams that automatically go through, does whoever finishes top automatically qualify to the next stage again?
Maybe.
Because the
There's-
next one would be a round of 16. Does the top team automatically qualify to the quarters? Because you can't have.
Yeah, it won't work.
It won't work. You'll be 17 teams in there.
I just think the format is so well known, and it's not just in the Champions League. It's the same in the World Cup, in the Europa League, in whatever.
There's a
It's
reason.
already so well known, and it's been around forever. Why change it now? Just to be different.
There was a reason that the World Cup format was changed to a group stage
Yeah.
into knockout format because it was just it was so confusing before and
Yeah.
fans couldn't understand it. At least when you have a group stage, it's already a mini league table.
Yeah.
Like a group stage is already a mini league
Yeah,
table.
it is. It's still dependent on points.
Yeah, it's still a points competition.
Yeah. It's just a smaller.
It's smaller, it's
Group,
easier to
like-
understand it. The stakes are higher because you know who you have to beat, you know where you're going to be. With this format, I think it's just stupid.
I think it's ridiculous.
Personally.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think we're all offside.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, offside.
Is Chiellini one of the greatest centre backs of all time? I'll start because I've got a stat here, and this is why I'm saying onside. Won the Euros. He's won 9 Serie A, 5 Coppa Italia, 5 Italian Super Cups, an MLS, and a Supporters' Shield.
Yeah.
Other than maybe Thiago Silva in recent years, who would have a better CV than that?
Sergio Ramos.
Yeah, it's
Ramos.
the
Or
first
Ramos.
one that comes to mind is Ramos.
Yeah.
That's probably the only one that comes to mind.
But I'd say he'd be one of
100%.
Yeah,
the
100%.
greatest centre backs of all time. I think that's
It'd be
pretty-
top 10.
played till 39
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
It's no small feat
Yeah.
to be a defender for that long.
Yeah.
With how physically demanding being a
I mean,
defender
how
is.
old's Thiago Silva? He's still
He's
young.
he's creeping
He's
up to
30.
40.
He's 39, I
Yeah.
think.
Creeping up to
Oh,
40.
no, 38. He turned a
38,
couple weeks
yeah.
ago.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Like, Chiellini still played top football at
Yeah.
the age he is.
Until-
Thiago
And I mean,
won the Euros at
faded
36.
away.
Won
But-
the Euros 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And we talk shit about the MLS, but it's still
Still
professional football.
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Playing-
Messi plays there, so you can't talk shit about it.
Yeah. They don't know.
But yeah,
They
I
don't know
think
pub league.
I think I don't know. I think Jesse would probably have watched a lot more of Chiellini than any of the rest of us.
Yeah. I mean, just look at his shirt, for Christ's
Yeah,
sake.
exactly. But yeah, amazing career.
Yeah.
He's always been a standout defender in the entire world, not just a Serie A.
Yeah. Even like mentally,
Yeah,
like his mental game. Everyone saw it
in the Euros.
in the Euros,
Yeah.
like going up to Jordi Alba and pulling his shirt up and laughing at him. And
he's also got the best meme made out of
yeah.
him as well, where he's like,
the infamous
even the history of the Tottenham.
Tottenham, and the greatest professional foul in football history.
Yeah, against
Yeah.
Saka.
Oh my god, man.
yeah.
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 I remember being so appalled when he did that.
That was
I was
awesome.
like, he's well within his bounds
That
to
was
do that.
awesome.
Like, he completely meant to do it.
Yeah,
That
onside.
was-
This
yeah.
is my last minute on here, so I'll just say onside. Yeah, I like when you think of Chiellini, you think of Ramos and all those sort of centre backs.
Dominance.
Yeah, dominance. Literally, like he'd be the like in his prime, he would have been one of the first names on the team sheet. So unbelievable career for the man.
Yeah.
And that's all I have time for. Sorry, gents.
Well, Flynn, thank you for
Thanks for joining us.
thanks for
No,
joining
yeah,
us again.
However brief. But
Yeah, well, we're getting there.
I'm glad we got that little West Ham rant out of you while you were still
Oh,
here.
it was in me. I had to get it out, and I did.
And our main camera
Has died.
has died, so we will be relying on these
How
little
fun.
personal
editing
cameras.
from
Beauty.
Jesse's gonna have to
Gotta love it.
pull something out of the clouds.
Yeah. Gotta love it. Loving our technical difficulties tonight.
We'll keep it short and sweet
Yeah.
then for the rest of it.
We can work off the
We can work.
Yeah.
work off
Yeah,
the side
okay.
cameras.
Thank you.
All good, my friend.
Alright,
Adios.
adios.
Do you
Take
mind
care.
muting your mic before you take off?
No, I got it.
Thank you.
All good, man.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Peace. Yeah, probably don't do that.
Please don't do that.
But yeah, if I'm to continue on from that, I would also agree. I mean, you think back to those prime years at Juventus. You think about Chiellini, Bonucci,
Yeah.
the team up
Barzagli.
they had, Barzagli, like what an
Crazy back
incredibly and in such a defensive league as well as the City are
That's
is.
the thing about him.
and how dominant they were and how dominant Juventus were for those 8, 10, however many years, and they were a key part in that. Like seeing a lot of the team around them change, but they were the ones that were always in there, even in the Italian side, playing in the Euros, playing in World Cups. They were the ones that were always there, and Chiellini was the one that was always there. And you can put him up to, you know, we always talk highly of Ramos, the career he had.
Yeah.
Other players like,
Your
you know,
Vidic's, your
Vidic,
Ferdinands,
Yep Stam,
John
Ferdinand,
Terry's.
Van Dijk, obviously.
Oh yeah.
But whoever
Tim
else.
Ream.
Tim Ream, obviously. But
Angelo.
he is well up there. Again, what a player. But he is obviously up there in that, I'd say top 10 at the very least. I'd say top 5 really, to be honest.
Of the modern era.
Yeah, 100%. Just an incredible footballer and such an amazing career. So yeah, I'm definitely on side for that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think we are all pretty much on
Yeah.
the same page here.
Yeah.
I think we're all on side.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last one. Are Aston Villa the real deal?
It's going to be fun.
Get us
Look,
started, Heath.
I mean, the enthusiasm and the form that Unai Emery has brought to that team has changed them completely. The fans as well. I don't think they can keep this up the whole season, but I do see them finishing top 4.
Yeah.
I don't see them. I think they slip down to maybe 4th, but I do see them. Obviously, don't see them winning the league,
Yeah.
but I do see them finishing top 4. So I don't know whether that means
I
that's
think-
onside or offside. That's sort of.
Real
I'm
deal.
sort of in
You're sitting
between.
on the
Yeah.
fence here.
Yeah,
Real deal is probably like
It's pretty loose.
challenging
term, to
for
be
the title into the last month, I guess.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, that's. I don't think that's going to
With
happen.
no blow up.
Yeah.
Nothing against them because they're playing unreal football at the moment, and all their players are like
fair. Everyone.
they're in form.
Yeah.
They're one of the best teams in the world at the moment.
Yeah. 100%.
It's tough. It's a really tough call to make because this Villa team is, as we have said, beyond fucking comprehension.
Yeah.
They are an awesome team. They're fun to watch.
They're so much fun to watch.
They're not just fun. They're effective. They're solid defensively. They have a solid midfield, and they have a great manager behind them, who really didn't get the credit he deserved
No.
for many years. I think he's a multiple-time Europa League winner.
Yep.
And that one stint with Arsenal made him a meme.
It was a bit of a blight on his
Yeah.
otherwise stellar career.
Yeah, and as we said before, that Arsenal team was dog shit.
Yeah.
So it's not really surprising. But for Villa to win the league, it'd be like spinning gold out of hay.
Yeah.
It's pretty much going to be impossible, unfortunately, unless City take a major injury, Liverpool take a major injury, or one of these top managers gets sacked
Yeah.
and someone terrible comes in. It's going to take a miracle,
Yeah.
but they will stay in the top 4. They're going to go to the Champions League.
Top 5.
Top 5. Bollocks.
Yeah.
And but I don't think they can win it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair
So
enough. It's sort of the same as
it's
Heath.
sort of it's
hard
It's
to
an orange
say.
card.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
it. Yeah, orange
Yeah.
card.
It's hard to say. I think they are the real deal, but I won't go as far as to say they'll win the league. I think they will finish top 4, top 5. They will make Champions League. I have no doubt about that. They are too good to not. And if they don't, if they slip now, it's going to be another. Emery will get most of the blame, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But, it's not going to look great for them, reaching these heights and having so much hype all around them just for them to not make Champions League. I feel like they're too far gone now. They have to make it.
Yeah.
Top 4, I think, is realistic for them, but it's such a hard top 4 to crack into. You've got Liverpool at the top of the table right now. You've got Arsenal, who are like a point behind, and Villa are only a point behind them. City have crept down a little bit in 4th at the moment. But they're always going to go
like.
up. We know what City are like. They've been in worse positions before and won the fucking title. So
Plus, everyone stopped talking about Tottenham, and they're the best first 3 months out of anyone.
they did, yeah. Now, a couple months ago, I would have said Tottenham as well, or in that conversation, and I would have said it's even harder for Villa. But I don't see Tottenham making that
Injuries
top
have
4
done
now.
Tottenham
Injuries,
bad.
injuries have ruined them. Maybe we'll see again next season. But I think Villa are a real good chance. They were so impressive against City. Like one of the greatest team performances, I would say, ever. That was incredible how they kept City, who are so dominant on the ball, to 2 shots the entire game, and it was all in one passage of play.
Super impressive.
To have 22 shots against them, they probably should have scored more, to be honest. But they had a 1-0 win. They had another 1-0 win
back it up against the second best team.
Arsenal.
From last season.
Arsenal obviously had an incredible season last time out, and are playing really well again now. Slipping a little bit. They've dropped a few points here and there. They're still killing it, and Villa showed up and were all over them.
Yeah.
I think they can do it, but I don't think they can go all the way. They are hot.
What's the lowest you see them finishing?
Fifth.
Fifth
Is the absolute lowest.
The absolute lowest you could see them finishing based on their current form.
Pretty much. If they finish anywhere lower than that, it's a bit of a failure, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Because of the heights that they've reached already and the bar that they've set for themselves.
Yeah.
5th is the absolute lowest. I think we will all accept 5th because it is still a Champions League spot. 4th, I think, is the most realistic for them at this point. I think City will go just above them. Maybe City go on and win the league. I'm not sure, but City will definitely jump over them.
City no shot of winning.
But that top 3, the top 3, is all up in the air at the moment. Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City, and I think Villa will finish 4th. So that's what I think it goes out for the rest of the season. But I mean, it's such a far cry from what we would have expected from them earlier on in the year, towards the end of last season. Never would have expected them to be this high. So I think saying that they're 4th is a bit of a compliment, if you ask me. So
okay.
I think they're hot at the moment, and they're hitting the iron while it's hot, and they are the real deal. But I don't see them going all the way.
Yeah, I'll agree basically with all of you. I think they're the real deal, especially at the moment. If you're looking at power rankings, they're at the top.
Mm-hmm.
But you know that Man City always have that run of games where they win 5 or 6 in a row, and they in the second, third, or near the 30 game mark of the season. They always do that, and that's when they kill their other challenges.
Yeah,
and I don't think Villa will be able to keep up. I think Arsenal will struggle to keep up. I think Liverpool are the best chance.
Yep,
but I don't think Villa have the staying power to do that.
Fair.
I also think if they get a few injuries, if Douglas Luiz gets injured, I think they're in the
loss.
bin. Or an Ollie Watkins, or even like an Emi Martinez.
Especially Emi Martinez.
I think if they lose a key player in one position in the field like that, I think
they'll struggle.
Yeah,
I think they're no chance. I think they could, 5th or 4th or something. I think if Leicester did it, I don't think the top 4 was as strong when Leicester did it. They sort of snuck through they had the right year. But I think if Villa were doing this in that season, they probably would have been a real chance.
Yeah.
But I think this season, when you've got City in 4th, and they're not even that much worse than they were last year.
Yeah.
I think they've just picked a bad season to play the way they're playing, to be honest. So I think they're the real deal, but I don't think they'll get it done, unfortunately. It would be great to see, but I think they might get a couple of injuries, and it might really
hurt them.
Might only hurt them for 2 or 3 weeks, but if you're trying to challenge for the league, that's all.
But that's so costly, especially
enough.
This season with so much high quality, entertaining football from so many teams. 2 or 3 weeks, you can't afford to lose that.
Yeah. Shall we just quickly preview the games for this weekend?
We should be quick fire before we lose all our cameras.
Good idea.
Recording software.
All right. Forest Spurs win, you'd imagine.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Forest not great. Spurs looking better.
Forest Spurs. Gotta go with Spurs. I'm gonna say 3-1.
Yeah.
Upturned Spurs. So at any scoreline, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm going to say a repeat 4-1.
Newcastle, Fulham, St James's Park.
5-0 for Fulham.
No, I think Newcastle might win this one. I'd love to see it, but I think St James is a bit of a
I was going to
force.
say it's at St James's. Yeah.
If it was at the Cottage, I think it would be a chance. They're not super convincing at the moment in the Prem, but I think they'll have our number 2-1.
I'm going to go 3-3 draw.
The goals keep coming for Fulham.
Yeah.
I'd take that. I'd take a draw for sure.
Yeah, if Tim Williams back in the starting line,
We
is
lose.
he?
Hope not.
3-0. 100%.
Newcastle only because they need the rebound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially after just completely bombing in their Champions League group. They're going to need some form of revenge, and unfortunately I think it's going to be against Fulham.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be close. I think Newcastle are going to leave it late. It's going to be a Joelinton 87th minute winner, 3-2. I'd
Nice.
say.
Bloody hell.
Bournemouth, Luton. Got to say Bournemouth in the form
Yeah.
they're in, but this will be an interesting one actually.
Yeah.
Should be. At Vitality?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say Bournemouth. Luton on the road.
No
Luton
good.
anywhere. Not convincing. I mean, we all love Luton here, but, I mean, the form that Bournemouth's in.
It's hard to.
I'd pick the Cherries.
It's hard to just ignore.
Yeah, I'm going to say Cherries 2-0.
Okay.
I'm gonna go 2-1. Luton will get on the score sheet late,
Yeah.
just a consolation goal. Dominic Solanke on the score sheet again.
Yeah, of course.
Just the
of course.
usual.
Chelsea, Sheffield at Stamford Bridge. Surely Chelsea bounce back from their couple of
Ooh,
bags.
have to
this will be a
think
tough
so.
one, actually.
I'm going to say Sheffield 1-0.
This is a movable object versus unstoppable force. You cannot predict
No,
what is
you
going to
can't.
happen. There is no way. And this is like the worst team in the Premier League versus the most disappointing team in the Premier
Most
League.
inconsistent.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And the way Chelsea have been playing, they'll lose, win, lose, win, lose.
They'll probably win 5-0.
They'll probably win now, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Look-
Yeah, Chelsea win.
Chelsea should be winning 3-0 or more. They should
Yeah.
be winning by at least 3 goals, honestly, against this Sheffield team. But I'm going to go 1-0.
Yeah.
1-0 Chelsea.
Yeah. I'm going to say Sheffield 1-0.
Nice.
I think
Someone
Chris
actually-
I'd
Wilder.
like to see it, but I don't.
Chris
think so.
Wilder on his CV had a game plan. He said, "We're playing Chelsea in a couple of weeks. I know what I'm doing,
And
and
signed
I'm
him up.
prepared." And they're like, "All right, you're in."
Yeah, that's definitely what happened. City v Palace. Etihad. Can Palace do it again?
I
Palace-
always love this.
Palace at
fixture.
the Etihad is fun.
Palace always play well at the Etihad.
Townsend.
Yeah, Townsend. With that.
Not for me.
Well, he's out of
but-
Luton now, but
Not for me
Unfortunately.
this week, but
I don't think City will batter them. Though.
1-0, I think.
It's not
I'm
much.
gonna say 2-0.
It doesn't really mean much. Well, I'm not going to say it doesn't really mean much, but City will be Haalandless.
Yeah.
Julian Alvarez does that job fine.
Yeah.
Even when he's not scoring, he
Yeah.
still fills that spot fine.
You're going to say Palace, aren't you?
No, I'm not going to say Palace. I'm going to get a 1-0 draw.
I was about to say I'll back.
Ooh.
I'll back
The way
City
that
for a win.
Palace played against us, I know it was at their home stadium, but the way they played against us was decent.
Pretty decent.
And then, considering City, no De Bruyne still, no Haaland. Rodri, is he playing?
Or he
Roger
might
will be back in, I think. No, he was suspended. I think it was only one match.
Okay. But still, yeah, I'm going to go the 1-0 draw because Crystal Palace like to draw games, as you know.
They do,
Yeah.
And they like to keep it low scoring, so
and they do like the Etihad.
they do. So
Yeah, I back City to win, but I wouldn't be surprised if points were shared.
Yeah,
Burnley, Everton.
Everton.
Easily Everton.
I think Burnley sneaking another point here.
Mm.
At Turf Moor.
Burnley home ground.
Everton have been in too good form. They can't win again.
Yeah,
You got a point.
I
They're
like the way
three
you
on-
think about it,
three
but
on
I'm
the
going to
trot.
say Everton.
Everton 3 wins on the trot.
I don't like Everton winning,
Actually,
but
0-0 for me.
I reckon they'll win.
Burnley clean sheet.
Ooh,
Now I'm getting silly.
that's a
You're getting real silly now.
Rare as a
Okay,
you that one.
okay.
I don't know.
Pretty-
I hate to
No,
say
no,
it. I
yeah.
don't have any faith in Burnley. It's gotta be. I gotta say Everton. They're in too hot form right now. They are desperate
Yeah.
to get out of that relegation. I know they're not in it right now, but they're desperate to get away from it. I'm gonna say Everton 3-0.
Everton 2-1.
Everton, Jesse.
Everton at any scoreline.
Yeah.
You can think of.
Arsenal v Brighton at the Emirates. Brighton struggling. Arsenal, it's a game they need to win, especially at
Yeah.
home. I think Arsenal maybe not convincing, but 1 or 2-0.
I'm gonna say 2-1 Arsenal. 2-1 from the arse.
Up the arse.
Up the arse. God, you off guard a little bit.
This,
Yes.
I'm going to say this is the game that Brighton bounce back.
Really? At the Emirates?
Yep. At the Emirates.
At the Fly Emirates.
Brighton 2-1.
Huge. Huge call.
What do you think, Jesse?
Arsenal.
Yeah,
They have to.
smart man.
Brentford Villa at Brentford home game at wherever
Wherever the fuck they play.
is it G-Tech?
Yeah, G-Tech.
The Bees?
Villa coming off of 2 enormous wins.
And
Yeah.
they play in Conference League Friday. Keep that in mind.
Are they a Saturday game or a Sunday?
They've already qualified, though. I think
Sunday.
they've already qualified, have they not?
They might. Oh yeah, they might play the kids.
So they might play the kids.
They might be alright. If they don't play the kids, tough affair, honestly.
Yeah.
But
But Brentford are one of those teams, man.
I don't think
Brent-
Mbomo is playing at the moment.
Brentford are a funny team though. They just do shit.
I don't see Brentford getting any points out of this. Villa are too good, and I don't have any faith.
But this
in
is
Brentford.
exactly what
Especially
happened.
without Mbuemo.
This is exactly what happens though. Knock off huge teams
Yeah.
in this run and then drop points to a smaller
Someone's
side.
shit, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know. I just can't see it happening, to be honest. I'm going to say Villa 2-0. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Uh,
Safe bet.
I'd say Villa 3-0.
Yeah.
Ollie Watkins with a double.
I like it.
Hammers against the Wolves at London Stadium.
Bit of a who cares cup, this one.
Yeah, I think maybe West Ham 1-0.
Probably.
I think
I'm gonna say- I'm
I
gonna
think
say
West Ham
Wolves.
have to bounce back, honestly.
I don't think they will. I'm going to say Wolves. I'm going to say Wolves. I'm
Well,
going to say
they're
Wolves
playing
2-0.
Friday night as well.
I'm going to say Wolves 2-0. I'll say Wolves 2-0. Yeah.
I'll just say West Ham 2-1. Wangi Chan gets on the
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 guy.
Korean guy.
The Korean game.
on the score sheet again for Wolves, and Jared Bowen with a double up top.
Camera's not even looking at you, you fucking idiot.
That one is.
I'm going to edit it so it's not looking at
Oh,
you.
okay. Great. Thanks.
Liverpool United match of the week. Lucky
Yeah.
last
Match of the week for who?
for Liverpool.
For Liverpool fans.
Another easy win.
At Anfield too. I think we all know what
I
everyone's
always
gonna say.
listen. I always love this fixture after it's been played. Before it, I never know what fucking happens, and I am always nervous.
I'll say it now, but I don't think that it's going to fucking happen because their fucking attackers are going to show up. Probably not.
Not a chance.
No. But what...
Not a chance.
My prediction is, like, I don't see any scoring threats at the moment for Man United coming into this game. Right? Rasmus Højlund has still not got a Premier League goal. Right? He will score against us. I can guarantee you that, but we'll win 4-1.
just like Richarlison did last season.
4-1.
You are not doing this dance all season. Where you say Højlund is going to score because he hasn't scored. He's going to go 38 games without a goal.
I don't remember saying it the other weeks.
All right, you got more faith in him than I do. We're losing
I've got
3-1.
3-1. Who's scoring for you?
I don't know.
Bruno. Oh no, Bruno's not playing.
Liverpool. Mercy.
Matip owned. Oh no, he's
Mercy
done his
goal.
ACL.
Wait, but the reason I say that is because when Jose got sacked, we lost 3-1
Yeah.
at Anfield on December 18th.
So you just want Ten Hag out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shaqiri will come back and score.
Gary will sign a 2-day contract.
We'll do you guys a favour. We'll beat you 9-0 this time.
No,
How about that?
They'll
That's
keep,
a real
How about
favour.
they'll keep him if that happens.
The 10 hung out though.
3-2 Liverpool.
3-2. Closer than you'd expect.
Scott McTominay brace.
I'm gonna say
Fernandez.
He's not playing.
From beyond the grave.
Oh yeah. Fucking who'd take your penalty then? Rashford just hit it straight over the top. I don't know. 3-2.
Tony
somehow.
Martial.
I'm gonna say 4-0.
Come on, be generous. Give him a goal.
Nah.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but I don't want to predict it. But if I am, like,
The
that's
way
wind's
both
blowing.
teams are going. Yes.
The way the wind's blowing, really.
Not being biased, just
Easy win.
Not an easy win. I don't know. I hate this.
as long as
I
Harvey
hate this
Elliott's
fixture.
playing. Hat trick.
You know how we talk about the past,
Jesus,
the
dying
past few
inside.
times we've played United over the last couple of years, we've always killed them. Somewhere in between there, they
Right.
beat us 2-1, and going into that game, I knew we were going to fucking lose it, and we did.
Mystic Mac over it.
Yes, it's my LeBron James moment of the night.
My LeBron James.
It's getting late,
Yeah,
but
fucking
I
is
knew
it
we were
ever.
going to lose that game, and we did. These games always make me nervous. This game especially always makes me nervous because there's so many stakes. It's the same as a showdown. I'm always nervous going into the showdown,
Correct.
and then I'm always happy coming
Of course
out.
you would be. Because you're the shit of the team. Sorry.
We're the shitter team. Okay.
That-
All right.
That's everything. That's everything for tonight.
That's a wrap.
Thank you very much for sticking with us through a few technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking hell.
Bit of a shambles, but still ironing out a few cracks.
We'll get
So,
there.
We'll get there. It'll be nice
Stay true.
smooth sailing for you soon enough. We appreciate all the listens. Check out our socials. You know the drill. We'll see you next week.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.